Welcome to the Friday Night Lights Preview Show.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Friday Night Lights Preview Show. It's hard to believe we're the back third of the season as we are in week 7 of the high school football season, and many teams have locked up at least a share of their division championship and need just one more win to check off their first goal of the season. Just like in our Game of the Week voted on by you, the fans, as Millington will travel to Laker in a battle to see who will take control of the Big Thumb White division. Let's take a look at both of these teams, starting with the visiting squad, the Millington Cardinals. Millington is coming off a strong 35-8 victory against Buchanan last week, and the Cardinals are currently 5-1 with their only loss coming in overtime against Cass City. The Cardinals are looking to get a share of the conference championship this week, but they'll have to hand Laker their first loss of the season. Now with a piece of the conference title on the line Friday night, the Cardinals look to prove they are still the top team in the division.
Yeah, you know, this is conference championship week here. You know, a lot riding on this game, that's for sure. You know, if we win, we can get a share of it. If we lose, you know, you're back to the drawing board, hoping to pick up a win the next week.
Everybody was kind of acting down about the loss, thinking we weren't going to make playoffs and stuff, but getting the conference title was first step. You know, his goal is first step's conference title, then district title, then regional, then so on and so forth. So this first step in doing what we did last year.
Now to Laker, who enters this game with a perfect 6-0 record after taking down Sandusky last week 44-20. With the win on Friday night, the Lakers will be unbeaten in the Big Thumb Conference White and win their first division title since 2022. Laker has also been in several battles this season, with 4 of their games decided by less than 2 scores, 3 of those games against teams in the Thumb. The Lakers now have the opportunity to win the division in their final home game of the regular season and using it as motivation going into the game.
Though it is a goal, we don't really pay a lot of attention to it in terms of, you know, week to week. But, you know, now that it's right in front of us and we're ready to play the game, you know, it's a big motivating factor for us, as it is for, I'm sure, for them as well too. They wanna get a piece of it.
It means a lot. Hopefully there'll be a lot of energy. Be a good game. Keep a lot of B people will be here, and hopefully we can pull off the win, and it'll be a special night for me for sure. Last home game.
Now let's take a closer look at the history between Millington and Laker. This is the 8th meeting between these two teams, and like mentioned earlier, Millington leads the series 6-1, including 4 wins over the past 2 seasons, 2 of those wins being in the first round of the playoffs, ending the Lakers' year. The last and only time Laker defeated Millington was back in 1990 in their second meeting, when both teams were in the Thumb B League. As Laker looks to get their first win over Millington in 35 years on Friday night and become the outright division champion, but Millington will look to force a 3-way tie atop the division that would include Cass City if they could pick up a victory. Should be an exciting one to see how it all plays out. And this is only one of double-digit games we'll plan on getting highlights from for Friday Night Lights tomorrow night. Let's take a closer look at some of these contests staying in the Big Thumb Conference, as Sandusky will go on the road to face Carroll. Both teams are coming off losses last week, as the Wolves would fall to Laker and the Tigers suffered a loss to Cass City. This will be the 34th time these two teams will meet up on the gridiron, with Carroll leading the way with a 26-5-2 record over Sandusky. But the Wolves have had the Tigers' number the past 2 seasons. We'll see if that continues tomorrow night. Now we're in the Tri-Valley Conference, where Ithaca takes on Nouvelle in last week's WNEM Game of the Week. The Yellow Jackets are coming off a 23-22 loss to Valley Lutheran in the final seconds, as the Panthers would get a shutout victory over Hemlock. This will be the 8th time these two schools will clash, with Ithaca leading the series 6-1, winning their past 6 games. Nouvelle's only win against the Yellow Jackets was back in 2003 in the playoffs during the regional final, where the Panthers would go all the way to the state title game. I expect this one to be another tight game that will come down to the final minutes. Staying in the TVC, Freeland gets set to host John Glenn. Last week, the Bobcats would take a loss from Frankenmuth, as the Falcons would pick up a convincing win over Garber. This will be the 8th meeting between John Glenn and Freeland, with the Falcons winning all 7 previous contests, with a big matchup looming for the Freeland next week against Frankenmuth for a chance at the division title. We'll see if this could possibly be a trap game for the Falcons, and if John Glenn can get their first win over them. Now we're in the Flint Metro League, as Lake Fenton takes on Carroll. The Blue Devils would earn a victory last week against Corunna, while the Mustangs were in a shootout but would fall to Ortonville Brandon 57-56. This will be the 7th game in this series history, with Lake Fen taking each game so far. Will Lake Fen continue their dominance over Clio, or will the Mustangs get over the Blue Devils for the first time in program history? Other games we plan to have coming your way tomorrow night on Friday Night Lights include Marlette at Vassar, Saginaw United hosting Grand Blanc, Lapeer against Fenton, Swartz Creek versus Flushing, and Carmen Ainsworth at Davison. Of course, we'll kick things off for Friday Night Lights with coverage tomorrow afternoon during the 5 and 6 o'clock news, where TV5 Sports' Austin Sunwets will be live at our game of the week in Pigeon at Laker High School to give you one last look at both Millington and the Lakers before kickoff. Then during the 11 o'clock newscast will be Friday Night Lights. We'll have double-digit games for you. We'll also have our play of the night and the 3 finalists for next Friday's game of the week. So a lot of action coming your way tomorrow night on Friday Night Lights, but that'll do it for our Friday Night Lights preview show. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow night.